Welcome to our video series, Conceptual Relationships of Words in the English Language. In this series, we present English vocabulary in a structured and hierarchical manner. Each video showcases a range of terms and their corresponding definitions, presented in an organized sequence from broader concepts to more specific details. The series is divided into playlists, videos, and sections, each delving into distinct aspects of the English language. To get the most out of these videos, here are some of the suggested uses. We will be using WordNet as our primary reference throughout the series. For detailed information about WordNet, please visit the official WordNet website. If you're new to our channel, we recommend starting with our introductory videos. They provide essential context for understanding our approach, purpose, and methodology. For simpler navigation, we presented an outline of the terms and relationships in one of these introductory videos. Remember to show your support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. In this episode, we will explore states related to the physical environment and the word difficulty. This video is part of the playlist Attribute State. Attribute State playlist is one of two playlists devoted to the conceptual domain attribute. Attributes are linguistic elements that serve as modifiers to provide descriptive information about another word. They convey qualities, characteristics, or properties associated with the entities they modify, enriching the meaning and context of the expression. Section 1. In this section, we will explore atmosphere and environmental conditions.
Condition. Condition.
A state at a particular time.
The current status of the arms negotiations.
Atmosphere. Atmosphere.
A particular environment or surrounding influence.
There was an atmosphere of excitement.
Genius loci. Genius loci.
The special atmosphere of a place.
Gloom. Gloom.
An atmosphere of depression and melancholy.
Gloom pervaded the office.
Bleakness. Bleakness.
A bleak and desolate atmosphere.
The nakedness of the landscape.
Cloud. Cloud.
A cause of worry or gloom or trouble.
The only cloud on the horizon was the possibility of descent by the French.
Miasma. Miasma.
An unwholesome atmosphere.
The novel spun a miasma of death and decay.
Spirit. Spirit.
The general atmosphere of a place or situation and the effect that it has on people.
The clergyman improved the tone of the meeting.
Hollywood. Hollywood.
A flashy vulgar tone or atmosphere believed to be characteristic of the American film industry.
Some people in publishing think of theirs as a glamorous medium, so they copy the glitter of Hollywood.
Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist.
The spirit of the time, the spirit characteristic of an age or generation.
Climate. Climate.
The prevailing psychological state.
The national mood had changed radically since the last election.
Environmental condition. Environmental condition.
The state of the environment.
Climate. Climate.
The weather in some location averaged over some long period of time.
Plants from a cold clime travel best in winter.
Deforestation. Deforestation.
The state of being clear of trees.
Depopulation. Depopulation.
The condition of having reduced numbers of inhabitants, or no inhabitants at all.
Erosion. Erosion.
Condition in which the Earth's surface is worn away by the action of water and wind.
Glaciation. Glaciation.
The condition of being covered with glaciers or masses of ice, the result of glacial action.
The gases recognized marks of glaciation all over northern Europe.
Inhospitableness. Inhospitableness.
The environmental condition in a region that lacks a favorable climate or terrain for life or growth.
Meteorological conditions. Meteorological conditions.
The prevailing environmental conditions as they influence the prediction of weather.
Pollution. Pollution.
Undesirable state of the natural environment being contaminated with harmful substances as a consequence of human activities.
Air pollution. Air pollution.
Pollution of the atmosphere.
Air pollution reduced the visibility.
Acid rain. Acid rain.
Rain containing acids that form in the atmosphere when industrial gas emissions, especially sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, combine with water.
Industrial air pollution. Industrial air pollution.
Pollution resulting from an industrial plant discharging pollutants into the atmosphere.
Miasma. Miasma.
Unhealthy vapors rising from the ground or other sources.
The miasma of the marshes.
Small particle pollution. Small particle pollution.
Air pollution caused by fine particles of soot, as from power plants or diesel engines.
Smog. Smog.
Air pollution by a mixture of smoke and fog.
Biodegradable pollution. Biodegradable pollution.
Pollution that is rendered harmless by natural processes and so causes no permanent harm.
Noise pollution. Noise pollution.
Annoying and potentially harmful environmental noise.
Non-biodegradable pollution. Non-biodegradable pollution.
Pollution that accumulates in the environment and may appear in the food chain.
Thermal pollution. Thermal pollution.
Harm to lakes and rivers resulting from the release of excessive waste heat into them.
Water pollution. Water pollution.
Pollution of the water in rivers and lakes.
Mode. Mode.
A particular functioning condition or arrangement.
Switched from keyboard to voice mode.
Niche. Niche.
Ecology, the status of an organism within its environment and community, affecting its survival as a species.
Place. Place.
Proper or appropriate position or location.
A woman's place is no longer in the kitchen.
Section 2. In this section, we will explore sanitary conditions.
Sanitary condition. Sanitary condition.
The state of sanitation, clean or dirty.
Cleanness. Cleanness.
The state of being clean, without dirt or other impurities.
Spotlessness. Spotlessness.
The state of being spotlessly clean.
Dirtiness. Dirtiness.
The state of being unsanitary.
Befoulment. Befoulment.
The state of being polluted.
Dinginess. Dinginess.
Discoloration due to dirtiness.
Dirt. Dirt.
The state of being covered with unclean things.
Dustiness. Dustiness.
The state of being covered with dust.
Feculence. Feculence.
Something that is feculent.
Griminess. Griminess.
The state of being grimy.
Smuttiness. Smuttiness.
The state of being dirty with soot.
Sordidness. Sordidness.
Sordid dirtiness.
Sanitariness. Sanitariness.
The state of being conducive to health.
Asepsis. Asepsis.
Of non-living objects, the state of being free of pathogenic organisms.
Hygiene. Hygiene.
A condition promoting sanitary practices.
Personal hygiene.
Sanitation. Sanitation.
The state of being clean and conducive to health.
Unsanitariness. Unsanitariness.
A state that is not conducive to health.
Dunghill. Dunghill.
A foul or degraded condition.
Filth. Filth.
A state characterized by foul or disgusting dirt and refuse.
Section 3. In this section, we will explore dryness and wetness.
Dryness. Dryness.
The condition of not containing or being covered by a liquid, especially water.
Aridity. Aridity.
A deficiency of moisture, especially when resulting from a permanent absence of rainfall.
Dehydration. Dehydration.
Dryness resulting from the removal of water.
Drought. Drought.
A shortage of rainfall.
Farmers most affected by the drought hope that there may yet be sufficient rain early in the growing season.
Searness. Searness.
A withered dryness.
Xerophthalmia. Xerophthalmia.
Abnormal dryness of the conjunctiva and cornea of the eyes may be due to a systemic deficiency of vitamin A.
Xerostomia. Xerostomia.
Abnormal dryness of the mouth resulting from decreased secretion of saliva.
Wetness. Wetness.
The condition of containing or being covered by a liquid, especially water.
He confirmed the wetness of the swimming trunks.
Damp. Damp.
A slight wetness.
Dankness. Dankness.
Unpleasant wetness.
Rawness. Rawness.
A chilly dampness.
The rawness of the midnight air.
Humidity. Humidity.
Wetness in the atmosphere.
Mugginess. Mugginess.
A state of warm humidity.
Moisture. Moisture.
Wetness caused by water.
Drops of wet gleamed on the window.
Sogginess. Sogginess.
A heavy wetness.
Wateriness. Wateriness.
The wetness of ground that is covered or soaked with water.
The baseball game was cancelled because of the wateriness of the outfield.
Section 4. In this section, we will explore decline and improvement.
Decline. Decline.
A condition inferior to an earlier condition, a gradual falling off from a better state.
Neglect. Neglect.
The state of something that has been unused and neglected.
The house was in a terrible state of neglect.
Omission. Omission.
Something that has been omitted.
She searched the table for omissions.
Twilight. Twilight.
A condition of decline following successes.
In the twilight of the empire.
Wreck. Wreck.
Something or someone that has suffered ruin or dilapidation.
The house was a wreck when they bought it.
Improvement. Improvement.
A condition superior to an earlier condition.
The new school represents a great improvement.
Betterment. Betterment.
An improvement that adds to the value of a property or facility.
Development. Development.
A state in which things are improving, the result of developing, as in the early part of a game of chess.
After he saw the latest development, he changed his mind and became a supporter.
Underdevelopment. Underdevelopment.
State of inadequate development.
Much poverty can be traced to the underdevelopment of industry.
Reformation. Reformation.
Improvement, or an intended improvement, in the existing form or condition of institutions or practices etc. Intended to make a striking change for the better in social or political or religious affairs.
Counter-Reformation. Counter-Reformation.
A reformation intended to counter the results of a prior reformation.
Renovation. Renovation.
The state of being restored to its former good condition.
The inn was a renovation of a colonial house.
Section 5. In this section, we will explore emptiness in fullness.
Emptiness. Emptiness.
The state of containing nothing.
Blankness. Blankness.
The state of being blank, void, emptiness.
Hollowness. Hollowness.
The state of being hollow, having an empty space within.
Vacancy. Vacancy.
Being unoccupied.
Vacuum. Vacuum.
The absence of matter.
Fullness. Fullness.
The condition of being filled to capacity.
Infestation. Infestation.
The state of being invaded or overrun by parasites.
Akaryashas. Akaryashas.
Infestation with itch mites.
Ascariasis. Ascariasis.
Infestation of the human intestine with Ascaris roundworms.
Coccidiosis. Coccidiosis.
Veterinary medicine, infestation with coccidia.
Echinococcus. Echinococcus.
Infestation with larval echinococci, tapeworms.
Enterobiases. Enterobiases.
An infestation with or a resulting infection caused by the pinworm Enterobius vermicularis, occurs especially in children.
Fascioliasis. Fascioliasis.
Infestation with the liver fluke Fasciola hepatica, liver damage sometimes occurs, related to liver rot.
Fasciolopsiasis. Fasciolopsiasis.
Infestation with the large intestinal fluke Fasciolopsis busci, common in Eastern Asia.
Guinea worm disease. Guinea worm disease.
A painful and debilitating infestation contracted by drinking stagnant water contaminated with guinea worm larvae that can mature inside a human's abdomen until the worm emerges through a painful blister in the person's skin.
Helminthiasis. Helminthiasis.
Infestation of the body with parasitic worms.
Hookworm. Hookworm.
Infestation of the intestines by hookworms which enter the body, usually, through the skin.
Myiasis. Myiasis.
Infestation of the body by the larva of flies, usually through a wound or other opening, or any disease resulting from such infestation.
Onchocerciasis. Onchocerciasis.
Infestation with slender thread-like roundworms, filaria, deposited under the skin by the bite of black fleas. When the eyes are involved, it can result in blindness. Common in Africa and tropical America.
Opistherchiasis. Opistherchiasis.
Infestation with flukes obtained from eating raw fish, common in Eastern Asia.
Pediculosis. Pediculosis.
Infestation with lice, Pediculus humanus, resulting in severe itching.
Pediculosis capitis. Pediculosis capitis.
Infestation of the scalp with lice.
Pediculosis corporis. Pediculosis corporis.
Infestation of body skin with lice.
Pediculosis pubis. Pediculosis pubis.
Infestation of the pubic hair by crab lice.
Schistosomiasis. Schistosomiasis.
An infestation with or a resulting infection caused by a parasite of the genus Schistosoma, common in the tropics and Far East. Symptoms depend on the part of the body infected.
Trichinosis. Trichinosis.
Infestation by trichina larvae that are transmitted by eating inadequately cooked meat, especially pork. Larvae migrate from the intestinal tract to the muscles where they become encysted.
Trichuriasis. Trichuriasis.
Infestation by a roundworm, common in tropical areas with poor sanitation.
Trombiculiasis. Trombiculiasis.
Infestation with chiggers.
Repletion. Repletion.
The state of being satisfactorily full and unable to take on more.
Solidity. Solidity.
State of having the interior filled with matter.
Surfeit. Surfeit.
The state of being more than full.
Section 6. In this section, we will explore difficulty part 1.
Difficulty. Difficulty.
A condition or state of affairs almost beyond one's ability to deal with and requiring great effort to bear or overcome.
Grappling with financial difficulties.
Situation. Situation.
A complex or critical or unusual difficulty.
A dangerous situation developed suddenly.
Conflict of interest. Conflict of interest.
A situation in which a public official's decisions are influenced by the official's personal interests.
Crisis. Crisis.
An unstable situation of extreme danger or difficulty.
They went bankrupt during the economic crisis.
Depression. Depression.
A long-term economic state characterized by unemployment and low prices and low levels of trade and investment.
Dunkirk. Dunkirk.
A crisis in which a desperate effort is the only alternative to defeat.
The Russians had to pull off at Dunkirk to get out of there.
Exigency. Exigency.
A pressing or urgent situation.
The healthcare exigency.
Juncture. Juncture.
A crisis situation or point in time when a critical decision must be made.
They must be made to realize that the company stands at a critical point.
Criticality. Criticality.
A critical state, especially the point at which a nuclear reaction is self-sustaining.
Flashpoint. Flashpoint.
Point at which something is ready to blow up.
Crunch. Crunch.
A critical situation that arises because of a shortage, as a shortage of time or money or resources.
An end-of-the-year crunch.
Deadlock. Deadlock.
A situation in which no progress can be made or no advancement is possible.
Reached an impasse on the negotiations.
Hornet's nest. Hornet's nest.
A highly contentious or hazardous situation.
Talk of invading Iraq stirred up a political hornet's nest.
Hot potato. Hot potato.
A difficult situation.
They dropped the topic like a hot potato.
How do you do? How do you do?
An awkward situation.
That's a fine how do you do.
Imbroglio. Imbroglio.
An intricate and confusing interpersonal or political situation.
Mexican standoff. Mexican standoff.
A situation in which no one can emerge as a clear winner.
Nightmare. Nightmare.
A situation resembling a terrifying dream.
No-win situation. No-win situation.
A situation in which a favorable outcome is impossible. You are bound to lose whatever you do.
Pass. Pass.
A bad or difficult situation or state of affairs.
Desperate straits. Desperate straits.
A state of extreme distress.
Purgatory. Purgatory.
A temporary condition of torment or suffering.
The purgatory of drug abuse.
Quicksand. Quicksand.
A treacherous situation that tends to entrap and destroy.
Swamp. Swamp.
A situation fraught with difficulties and imponderables.
He was trapped in a medical swamp.
Time bomb. Time bomb.
A problematic situation that will eventually become dangerous if not addressed.
The refugee camp is a ticking bomb waiting to go off.
Tinderbox. Tinderbox.
A dangerous state of affairs, a situation that is a potential source of violence.
The Balkans are the tinderbox of Europe.
Urgency. Urgency.
An urgent situation calling for prompt action.
They departed hurriedly because of some great urgency in their affairs.
Section 7. In this section, we will explore difficulty part 2.
Bitch. Bitch.
An unpleasant difficulty.
This problem is a real bitch.
Fix. Fix.
Informal terms for a difficult situation.
He made a muddle of his marriage.
Dog's breakfast. Dog's breakfast.
A poor job, a mess.
They made a real dog's breakfast of that job.
Hard time. Hard time.
A difficulty that can be overcome with effort.
Analysts predicted rough sledding for handset makers.
Mire. Mire.
A difficulty or embarrassment that is hard to extricate yourself from.
The country is still trying to climb out of the mire left by its previous president.
Pinch. Pinch.
A painful or straitened circumstance.
The pinch of the recession.
Predicament. Predicament.
A situation from which extrication is difficult, especially an unpleasant or trying one.
Finds himself in a most awkward predicament.
Care. Care.
A cause for feeling concern.
His major care was the illness of his wife.
Corner. Corner.
A predicament from which a skillful or graceful escape is impossible.
His lying got him into a tight corner.
Hot water. Hot water.
A dangerous or distressing predicament.
His views on race got him into political hot water.
Problem. Problem.
A state of difficulty that needs to be resolved.
Urban problems such as traffic congestion and smog.
Balance of payments problem. Balance of payments problem.
An economic problem caused by payments for imports being greater than receipts for exports.
Race problem. Race problem.
A social and political problem caused by conflict between races occupying the same or adjacent regions.
Rat trap. Rat trap.
A difficult entangling situation.
Stress. Stress.
Difficulty that causes worry or emotional tension. R.J. Samuelson.
He presided over the economy during the period of the greatest stress and danger.
Urinary hesitancy. Urinary hesitancy.
Difficulty in beginning the flow of urine, associated with prostate enlargement in men and with narrowing of the urethral opening in women. may be caused by emotional stress in either men or women.
Wall. Wall.
A difficult or awkward situation.
Competition was pushing them to the wall.
End of episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. In the next episode, we will present Attribution.